Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day. So today my mom is actually going to come help me. This is the raised bed. Let's see if I can get them. My little cosmos are coming up. Also some of the mustard greens, the Swiss chard, and some of the beet seeds are also coming up. So that's really exciting. So yeah, like I was saying, my mom's going to come over today. I think for today, we're going to focus on this front section of the garden. And there's a few new weeds and grasses coming up, so we're going to pull those out. And I've got some edging that I want to put all the way around. And then I think we're going to start weeding this section here. So we'll see how far we get. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm not going to do a ton of talking while she's here because we're going to be busy, but I'll definitely film some stuff. So before my mom got here, I thought I would get started on weeding, and I decided to just pull out these old mullein stalks. They have pretty much no root system, and so they're really easy to pull out, and you don't have to loosen the soil around them, so minimal effort for the win. I was really sad though because none of my what would be second year mullein, none of it came up this year, and I had sprinkled some of the seeds from these old stalks last fall, but nothing sprouted this spring either. So I think maybe it was just a little bit too cold. I'm gonna try reseeding this patch, and eventually when those do go to seed again, so it'll be in 2 years, I'll save the seeds and I'll take them indoors, and maybe that will make a difference. I like experimenting with seed saving, and yeah, some of these plants aren't exactly meant for zone 2s, but I do like planting them sometimes to see if I can get them to come back as perennials or biennials, depending on their growth habit. And I think it's fun. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. So the method that I'm using here is pretty much the exact same as what me and my mom used once she got here. I would go through with the big garden fork and I would just start to loosen up the soil, and then she would start to go with the small little handheld fork and just start to actually pull up some of those grasses and some of the weeds. And then once I had a nice row kind of loosened up, then I would go back and sort of work beside her, and it actually went pretty fast. I was pretty impressed. I think in total it took us about 4 hours, so that was 2 of us. With one person it might have been 8+ hours, so I think we did a pretty good job, and it wasn't a bad way to kill an afternoon. So here I just took a quick 5 minutes to clip the old mugwort. We were having a hard time seeing the new growth, and we just wanted to make sure that we didn't pull the new mugwort out as we were pulling the grasses out around it. Hello, it is the next day, and I wanted to show you the crazy work that me and my mom did yesterday. Well, and my partner came and helped a little bit too at the end. This is so crazy. I'm so proud of us. Look at it. This nice fluffy dirt, no grasses. Well, except for a little bit here. We kind of gave up at the end of the day and I had class to get to, but we were able to save a couple little mugworts. Little, they're actually pretty nice size, and there's one or two more in there. So I'm going to plant a few more by seed in this little patch here. And then I started doing some edging around this section. I have like 3 more boxes, so I'm going to try and finish this off this weekend. And then this was my mom's suggestion, to do a walking path kind of like halfway down this bed. And I think I'm actually going to do that. I think that's a really good idea. It'll make harvesting easier, weeding a little bit easier. So I do have bags of mulch. I'm going to throw one of those down this weekend. But I wanted to show you, these are the plants that I was able to save from that section. So I had 5 little motherworts that I'm going to put back into the garden today. And then 2 little elecampane plants with some nice root systems on them. So those are going to get transplanted back into the garden today. And then this weekend, I have a market to go to. Tomorrow as a vendor, but this weekend I want to just pick out the baby weeds in here, and then I'm going to start planting some seeds. I'm going to transplant my clary sage out, and yeah, just get these 2 sections of the garden rocking and rolling. And I'm so happy. This makes me I'm beaming behind the camera. Okay. We'll stay tuned for updates.
Back mid-scroll, Armageddon arcane. Walking the wild, don't know why. Cosplay cowgirls and numberless jazz. We're feeling just fine in our running hats. Walking the wild. I don't know why. I don't mind the hustle and the tussle. I don't mind the grind. I don't mind pretending we don't see these signs. I don't mind the hustle and the tussle. I don't mind the grind. You and me dancing on the Gideon time. Try to unplug it, turn it back on. Try to unplug, but the feeling's gone. Walking the wild. You don't know why, you don't know why, you don't know why. Radio play in the cesspool stream. Running down numbers that used to be dreams. Walking the wild. And I don't know why. I don't mind the hustle and the tussle. I don't mind the grind. I don't mind pretending we don't see these signs.
Okay, so I know that it's not perfect, but this section of the garden is looking so much better. At the time of posting this, I've already sown seeds and I've already transplanted plants. So make sure you stay tuned for another episode, and thanks so much for watching.